So how about it, America? We have a new sheriff in town, so to speak, a new commander-in-chief, an oldie but a goodie. The 45th president of the United States became the 47th POTUS last Monday when Donald J. Trump was officially sworn in as president of the United States in the nation's capital. By the way, Red Dawn Media was in D.C. for inauguration weekend. What a memorable weekend. I had a blast. I froze. I think I'm still thawing out, but please do make it a pretty please with sugar on top. Go check out the content and give me a like, give me a subscribe. I thank you so much in advance. Now, Donald J. Trump has his hands full. He's got a big old mess to clean up made by Biden and Kamala Harris, right? You remember Kamala, the border czar. Included in that mess and included in his campaign promises of making America great again was cleaning up the border. Remember the border, right? About 8 million invaders, illegal immigrants, waltzed their way through the southern and northern border during Biden's tenure. Amongst them, thousands of criminals crossed into the United States. And from day one, Donald Trump and his new border czar, a real border czar and a true badass, a law enforcement goat, Tom Homan, back on the team to lead the charge in cleaning up the border and getting the illegal immigrants out of the U.S. And Homan had a chance to recently catch up with Fox News. They asked him who exactly he was going to target. Take a look and take a listen.
Who are the people that you're targeting, at least in this initial phase?
Right out of the gates, public safety threats. Those who are in the country illegally that's been convicted or arrested for a serious crime. But let me be clear. It's not only public safety threats that will be arrested, because in sanctuary cities, we're not allowed to get that public safety threat in the jail, which means we got to go to the neighborhood and find him. And when we find him, he may be with others. And unlike the last administration, we're not going to tell ICE officers not to arrest an illegal alien. So if they find others, they'll be arrested. So sanctuary cities are going to get exactly what they don't want. More agents in the neighborhood and more collateral arrests.
And there you have it from Homan. I've got another soundbite for you in just a moment, but he talks about those sanctuary cities. Of course, they're rad left cities. They're going to put up a fight. They're going to defend the illegal immigrants and the troublemakers before they do in defending the righteous, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens of their towns and cities. Here's an ICE agent that was embedded, or a Fox News crew was embedded with an ICE agent in Boston who talked about making progress. And by the way, Trump's team from day one, they've made a lot of progress. They were out and about. Look at that headline right there. ICE arrested 308 illegal immigrants, including an attempted murderer and a child molester. Again, on Trump's first day in office. I'll get more into the numbers in just a moment, but I want you to have a listen to the ICE agent talking about making progress despite dealing with the madness of sanctuary cities and states. And this is after a day of raids in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Take a look and listen.
We took several significant public safety threats out of our communities. Unfortunately, a lot were released by sanctuary policies, but we're here to tell the Commonwealth and the rest of the country that we're going to find them whether they're released or not.
Those are our nation's finest, putting their lives on the line to better the lives, again, of the tax-paying, law-abiding citizens. They're cleaning up the human garbage that's been let into this country, and they're filtering them out one by one from communities, townships, cities across the United States, including where she was again in Massachusetts. Now, back to Homan. I want to play this soundbite. And Homan, as he explained, he explained that they're going to target the troublemakers first, right? That includes the cartel. Think of how many administrations have backed down to the cartel. Trump was ready to take them on. He built his border wall, almost was able to put in all his policies during his first term. And then we know what happened. It's all ancient history by now, but he's back. And Homan and his team, they're not going to back down to the cartels, as he again talked to Fox News about it. And again, I'll let you guys and girls out there take a look and listen to the border czar.
I've been pushing for this for a long time because these the criminal cartels of Mexico have killed more Americans than every terrorist organization in the world combined, right? Record number of sex trafficking women and children, but the drugs, the fentanyl has killed over 250,000 Americans. So they need to be terrorist organizations. But that puts a whole weight of the United States government on them. Not only are we just going to deal with the operations of Mexico, but the Jalisco cartels in 43 countries around the world. So we'll work with other world leaders to attack this cartel all over the world and bring them to their knees.
How about that from Tom Homan? I look forward to him bringing the cartel to their knees and basically showing them who's boss, U.S. law enforcement, and putting an end to their illegal business practices and their revenue-making schemes across our U.S. borders. That ends now. Homan's in charge. Also in charge of the Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem. She talked to the media about bringing transparency to the American public in taking care of the border.
The scales of justice are equally applied to everybody. We want transparency on this.
And so far, there's been over 5,500 arrests, 4,333 detainees. I mentioned before, they've picked up the dregs of humanity. Take a look at some of them. Included in the bust include Tren de Aragua, the Venezuelan gangbangers who have set up shop throughout the United States, 5 career criminals, murderer, kidnapper, child molester, including scumbags like this. We're just creeping around the border. Who just waltzed through the border and are creeping around the U.S. Here's an unnamed MS-13 gang member from El Salvador, wanted for aggravated homicide with a red notice, arrested by ICE Los Angeles on January 24th. There's a mugshot of an unnamed Jordanian national with suspected ties to ISIS, arrested by ICE Buffalo on January 24. And these pictures are posted by the White House on their Instagram account. So ICE and the Department of Homeland Security taking care of business and looking to make America safe again. And I look forward to continuing to see the numbers of arrests increase and getting these scumbags the hell out of my country.